Okay. I'm back. I wasn't gonna post anything tonight, but this thing has been kind of really helping me talking about all this stuff and getting it out there and having at least a permanent place that lives in the world that talks about Rachael. Rachael Anna Kowal. Kowal is the proper way to pronounce her last name. She was born in 1984, November 27th, and she died April 11th, 2018. The reason why I'm posting the obvious is because it's not that obvious to some people. You know, I've gotten a lot of feedback on Facebook and actual feedback from people that I interact with during my day who maybe listen to the podcast. And one of the common responses is, anybody who takes the time to listen to this, I'm extremely grateful for. And, you know, I shouldn't, you know what, just, I'm grateful for anyone who takes the time to listen. I just gotta say, it just feels, you know, people are saying, oh, Jed, I heard your podcast or your posting, and it's really great that you're working through the grief or you're finding an outlet for your grief. But maybe I'm losing focus and I'm not getting my point across, because this isn't about my grief, and I don't want it to be about my grief. This is about a life. This is about my best friend. This is about the person I loved more than anything else in the world. My whole life, she was my world, this person. She lived, she had her own dreams. She had her own fears, and she went through something she didn't deserve to go through. And God knows what was going through her head during her final moments, during any moment where she just maybe felt alone or felt scared. I'm trying to make this about her, because I know what she didn't want to die. She didn't want to die. And she talked about it a lot. And she wasn't very, spiritually simple about it. She didn't want to talk about, if it's my time, it's my time. That wasn't really her. She didn't think that way. She was angry about it. She was sad about it. And she was too fucking young to die. She died at 34. She never got to have kids. She never got to get married in the big wedding that she wanted. She never got that big wedding that she deserved more than anyone in the world. She deserved that wedding. She never got to buy a house. She never got to realize any of the big dreams that she had, and she wanted so badly. And I have to live with that, because we were on the verge of all those things. We really were. I never knew that Rachael wanted those things until after we got engaged, because she was very cool and independent. But she simply just wanted what most of us want. And it's love and to be happy and have a family. And she never got to get those things. She was diagnosed at age 33. We didn't even have an apartment. We were living above her dad's house, above her father's place. And we didn't have much. I mean, we had taken a shot on moving to the Cape. It didn't work out. We were in a terrible business. Things weren't great other than us being close, really. And this is about me trying to tell her story. And the way I can describe it is, picture yourself young, age 33 or in that vicinity. Really try to visualize yourself before any of your dreams come true. Being told that you're going to die and you have cancer that's going to cause you horrible pain. Here's the thing. Her last 6 weeks of her life, she couldn't even eat. She couldn't put food in her mouth. That simple pleasure was gone for her. She could barely drink favorite juice or something like that. She could take sips, but she never even really got a final meal. When she passed away, she had no more reserve left in her. And it wasn't pretty. She was pretty. She's always pretty, but I'm thinking about what she must have thought during her darkest times. And I will tell you, yes, when the time came, she went gracefully. But I know that she wouldn't just want me to move on and not think about it and wrap it all up in a spiritual bow. That wasn't who she was. Yeah, she had strong spiritual beliefs, but really, those spiritual beliefs became the most prevalent when she got sick, because I think sometimes that's what you need to do. You have to do that in order to go to sleep at night. You have to think that there's something bigger. It's possible Rachael fought like crazy and never spoke about dying. Sometimes, it was rare, she would talk about it. And she would say, well, I'm not going to make it this far, or something like that. But she tried to stay positive, and she did a damn good job. But she had a hole in the lining of her colon, which made it so she couldn't eat. It was kind of brutal. She had no nourishment for a while until we insisted on, is there any other way that she can get IV nourishment? And she was on something called TPN fluid, which would change every day to give her the nourishment that she wanted. That she needed to live. When the doctors asked Rachael, they said, listen, the end of your life is coming soon, whether you like it or not. You have two options. Do you want us to make it as comfortable as possible for you? Do you want us to make it the most peaceful and comfortable thing that we can provide, so that the end of your life is as painless as possible? Or do you want us to keep you alive at all costs? And guess what she said? Keep me alive at all costs. Rachael said, keep me alive at all costs. That's the truth. And then, before she had a chance to do anything about it, there was nothing she could do. Her body was taken over by tumors. They were very visible. Her tumor masses. And they took over her. this is me trying to never let her fade. I don't want to let her fade. I don't want to, people, it's great, you're learning how to move on. I don't want it. I don't want it. The cook, and you didn't give it much thought, and you find yourself all of a sudden with not a huge skill set. It's it's all I know, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. I don't like my job. I have nothing left for that job. I want to help people, and it requires me getting a certification, going back to school when I've already defaulted on loans. I mean, I'm not looking ahead at any sort of nice future for me. I don't care. I had a nice past. I had 12 years of bliss with Rachael, through the bad and good. So all I want to do is help other people and never let her memory fade. This is just me trying to reach for something. I began to reach for something to document, because what it is this horrible burning that I have, this horrible, horrible responsibility pulling at me just every day. The only thing I care about is making a monument for her, something that exists out there. You know, we buried her with a tree. I know it's tough, because truth is, she had said she wanted a stone. Yes, she said she loved the tree idea, but I don't think she would want to be gone and slowly fade away. And I'm afraid that might happen. Not in the hearts of the people that loved her, but she wanted bigger things. She really did. In the end, I think all that matters are the people that love you. But I won't let it go. I won't let it go. I will find some sort of grand way to continue for Rachael and her life to meet new people, to grow, and to become and mean something more. As much as she's meant to all of us, what can I say? Our lives, she was the most beautiful, bright star in all of our lives. She was the essence of what life should be. Rachael went head first into everything, and she brought the people she loved with her. But I can't let it go. I want more. I want more for us. I want more for her. And this isn't about my grief. And this isn't about, I don't know. It's selfish, but I don't even like, I hear somebody say that they lost someone they love, their dad or their grandfather. Natural. It's a natural thing. And maybe it is natural to lose your wife at 34, to lose before you've gotten a chance to even live a life. Maybe that's just another natural thing that happens, but it did not seem natural to me. It didn't feel natural, and it didn't feel fair. It didn't feel just. And it's made me think that there's no that evil one sometimes, I think, because I never heard it from Rachael's mouth, anything peaceful about dying. She never told me it's okay.